All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. Great move clicking on this video because I have some information I want to share with you guys today. Real quick about Altcoin Daily, about this channel. We bring you daily news or any information on altcoins and cryptocurrencies, whether that be news, whether that be strategy, whether that be deep dives on the latest altcoins or the latest ICOs. That's what this channel is about. My goal is to bring you guys the most relevant, the most pertinent information, the most need-to-know information on everything altcoin, everything cryptocurrency, bring you guys the most value and help put it into perspective for you to bring you into this community and help you out in your daily lives as you're trying to get into crypto. Because I'm a guy, full disclosure, not an expert. I'm just a normal guy. I've been involved in cryptocurrencies for about a year or so, and I've made some decent money, and I think I'm going to make a lot more money, and I want to help you guys get involved in the community because there is a bit of a learning curve. We are in the wild, wild west of cryptocurrencies right now. In 10 years, everybody's going to know about this stuff, but I think you guys can get involved today, and by doing that, all you have to do is actively get involved in the community. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now because I bring you daily information. Anyways, let's get into it. I was actually just doing some reading today and I found this interesting article. I think this is a good thing that we all need to keep in mind. This article was written a couple days ago. It's titled 46% of last year's ICOs have failed already. Now, if you're involved in the YouTube cryptocurrency community, you know a lot of people's videos are about on the latest, greatest ICO. A lot of those are paid videos. But something to keep in mind is not all of them are successful. I'm going to go through this article with you, and then I'm going to talk about what I look for and what you should look for when you're looking at ICOs. So let's get into it. It has always been assumed that a large number of ICOs will fail, be it at the fundraising stage or when it comes to delivering the actual project. It's hard to settle on a precise figure. However, as most dubious ICOs don't exit scam, they slowly tiptoe away like a sneak thief rather than a smash and grab robber. Having completed an extensive study into last year's crowd sales, news.bitcoin.com can report that 46% of them are effectively dead already, despite raising over 104 million. Okay, so I mean, nobody thought they'd all be successful. I mean, we even know that most new businesses fail, or not most, but a significant amount. I don't know the exact number. ICOs are even riskier than you think. Given enough time, everything withers and dies. From the most robust institutions to the most popular crowd sales. No one expected all of 2017's ICOs to last the course. The pace at which they've withered and died may come as a surprise, though. Token Data, one of the more comprehensive ICO trackers, lists 902 crowd sales, which took place last year. Of these, 142 failed at the fundraising stage, and a further 276 have since failed, either due to taking the money and running or slowly fading into obscurity, which means 46% of last year's ICOs have already failed. The number of ICOs that are still a going concern is actually even lower. An additional 113 ICOs have been classified as semi-failed, either because their teams have stopped communicating on social media or because their community is so small as to mean the project has no chance of success. This means that 59% of last year's crowd sales are either confirmed failures or failures in the making. Wow. They're just straight up saying, a digital graveyard of broken promises. I like the imagery that this author uses in this article. Trawling through 900 ICOs in one sitting is a deeply depressing experience, news.bitcoin.com can report. Additional Twitter accounts, empty Telegram groups, websites no longer hosted, and communities no longer tended are par for the course. A digital graveyard, complete with metaphoric tumbleweeds, characterizes the crop of 2017 that decided to take the money and run. Many raised zero. Some raised a couple thousand, and a handful raised over 10 million. In each case, the end result was the same, though. No MVP, no alpha release, and no contribution to the decentralized web for the betterment of humanity. Many of the dead ICOs were doomed from the start. It will come as no surprise to learn that projects such as Altcoin, Never Die, and Zero Traffic didn't make it. I've never heard of that, but yeah, I'm not surprised. Update, Never Die has since been in touch to claim that reports of its demise are premature. So don't count Never Die out, as their name suggests. Some of which fell flat at the fundraising stage, are doing it all over again this year and hoping that 2017's failures can be written off as a trial run. Freight trucking platform Doft is such an example. Looking at the country of origin for failed ICOs shows that the developing nations and an entire continent, in the case of Africa, are overrepresented. Nevertheless, every major country and continent features in the list of shame. So the lesson learned, and this is the end of this article, and I'll be telling you guys what I look for in ICOs. Many of the 531 ICOs that have failed or are failing from last year looked sketchy from the very start. In most cases, investors were able to spot the signs and steer clear. Not everyone escaped unscathed, though. These projects still raised $233 million between them. With ICO mania showing no signs of abating, there's no reason to expect this year's crowd sales to fare any better. Thanks to diminished returns, increased competition, and a never-ending stream of opportunistic ICOs, crypto investing in 2018 is riskier than ever. Wow, what a vivid article. I'm not trying to create any fear or uncertainty or doubt in the crypto community, but this is something we all have to keep in mind. Of course, why do people invest in ICOs in the first place? Well, it gives everyday people the chance to invest on game-changing tech or game-changing teams with the hope that they'll receive massive returns on investment. That's obviously why many of us are investing in cryptocurrency in general, because besides believing in the tech and believing in this new paradigm in technology, we are hoping for returns on investment. Obviously, no shame in that. And that's part of the risk. When you invest early, either in ICO stage or in early stages of the company before they have a working product, there's a lot of risk. But with that, hopefully comes a lot of reward. A cool site I like to look at is Ico Stats. I searched here the greatest change since released, and you can see these are the top companies that had the most massive returns since ICO. Next, IOTA, Neo, Ethereum, Lisk, Stratus, SpecterCoin. If you would have gotten involved in some of these ICOs, you would have seen 36,000% return, 99,000% or 99 whatever this is percent return. Can't read today. And then you can see its current price here. You can search by the least change since ICO. Unicoin Gold 15% up, and that seems to be near the bottom. Anyways, these big numbers here are what people that's what gives people hope that I'm going to invest in this new ICO. Everybody's talking about this. My favorite YouTubers just said this is the next big thing. I want these kind of returns. That really doesn't happen. As the article said, 46% of these ICOs have already failed, and many are close to dying. So what do you look for when you're looking into ICOs? Well, first, you have to go to a site that will tell you about the latest ICOs. A nice one is smithandcrown.com. There are others. This is just one. You can even Google, latest ICOs and hopefully find a site similar to this. What I like about this site is that they usually have, and they're listing the most current ICOs. And then they even give little bios about it. And then they provide links to the website. So for instance, we can see here, so obviously we know about EOS, or EOS is a big one. Their ICO was June 26, 2017. Let's flip this. Okay, so an ICO coming out in June 4th, 2018. Open sourced university. I mean, we can see all kinds. Some of them are probably, good projects. Some of them are probably not so good. Anyways, what do you look for in an ICO? Well, I'd say less is more when you're investing in an ICO. A lot, if you went on like CoinMarketCap and just checked out, I don't know, like it could be any random coin, you can see that most coins, when they have an ICO, after the coins get released, the price drops below the ICO because, people are taking profits right away. It doesn't seem like that's the case for this, but you can see once it got up to a certain point, everybody decided to take profits and it dropped. It doesn't seem like this one got below ICO, but sometimes you're going to see a chart where, let's say the ICO started off up here, and it's going to be a dip because everybody's trying to take profits, and then there's going to be eventual rise. So you got to consider that maybe you don't want to invest in the ICO and maybe you want to wait for the dip, but that's the risk you're taking. Anyways, what do you look for? So you find an ICO. Let's say you thought, whatever, this ICO is good. I have no idea what this is. Open source university. Already have my doubts. The world's academic and career development ledger, empowering 7 billion learners to connect to world's top academic education and professional development opportunities on the Ethereum blockchain. So I don't know anything about this, but what do I look for if I wanted to invest in an ICO? Well, first, I'm going to check the company's website. I'm just going to look at everything. Look at their vision, look at their mission statement, everything that they're proud to, put out there on their website. I'm going to be scrutinizing that. Wow. Okay. Second, I'm going to read the white paper. Obviously, the white paper is where they should, that's the bones and the muscle. That's the framework for a great ICO, their white paper. And let's say it's 20 pages. Let's say it's a 60-page white paper, an 80-page white paper. If I'm going to invest in an ICO, yes, I'm going to be looking through the whole thing and, critically thinking about everything. Also, I'm going to look for, the social media presence. You want to come and check out their Twitter. You want to see if they have a strong social media presence, if they're involved on Reddit, if they're involved on Facebook. Maybe the social media presence is not as big as it's eventually going to be, but you just want to see if that company is trying to stay transparent from the start. Besides that, you're going to look at the team. The team is very important. What you want to see in a team is you want to see, hopefully, there's some people that are cryptocurrency experts, hopefully people who have been involved maybe in other cryptocurrency companies or in some way are associated with that. Also, you want to see, proven entrepreneurs. Hopefully, obviously there's big ones, like if you see like Mark Cuban's involved in an ICO, you're like, hell yeah, Mark Cuban's a beast. I like that guy. I follow that guy. I want to, be involved in what he's involved in. Or even just somebody that's not a household name, just a guy, if you can read his bio and say, wow, he took this company and made it this. And also like proven tech developers. You want a mix of tech experts, business experts, and crypto experts, hopefully. And anyway, just, it could be anything. You want to look at that team and say, do I think this team is going to be able to follow their roadmap? And hopefully they have a roadmap, and you can see, if you think it's a good idea. Then finally, and this is one of the most important things, never forget about this one. You want to actually look at their mission statement, look at the problem they're trying to solve and the way they're trying to make, something easier or more valuable. And you want to say, does this actually solve a problem? Obviously, with anything you invest your money in, you're going to be saying, does what this company is trying to do solve a problem? And specifically with blockchain companies, you're going to say, does this decentralized, blockchain, is this appropriate to solve this problem? And do I think it will solve this problem? And that's what you look for. So me personally, I don't get involved in many ICOs. I usually wait to see how it does in the market, because either I think maybe it'll dip lower than its ICO eventually, or I just don't want to take that much risk. I wanted to talk about this today because, a lot of people want to make money, and not everybody thinks. Everybody, when they initially check an ICO's website or see an article about an ICO that's usually like propaganda marketing, they think, oh my God, I need to get involved. They think I want to FOMO into this. Unconsciously, they're thinking that, but you just got to keep in mind, really pick the good ones. Less is more on ICOs, in my opinion. Anyways, that's it. If this video provided some value, please like it. If you disagree or agree, please comment. Check out my channel, Altcoin Daily. My last video about Electronium and altcoin buzz, really getting some traction. Also, I have other good videos, Publica, Lunar, Nulls deep dives, Power Ledger deep dives. I bring you guys daily information on everything altcoin and everything cryptocurrency. If you guys want to get involved in this community, subscribe right now. Thank you guys. Peace.